Hi, it's Clever Cleveland with a little video walking you through the Rainbow Lab. This was provided by Educational Innovations, and let me show you the results first. When the students are done, one person per team does take a picture that we can analyze the next day. And by just looking at the results, it's an easy way to see what groups followed directions, and you kind of see which teams were most precise. So there's a certain amount that should be in each one that I could usually tell just by looking at the pictures. I just wanted to point out some little things here. I do let my 7th graders choose to wear the goggles or not. It's only colored water, so it's encouraged, but if they don't feel comfortable, it's okay, understanding that it is just water. In addition to all of the materials here, I have added in the use of a magnifying glass. Sometimes when you use the smaller or even any of the graduated cylinders, it's hard to see, so that's just a nice tool to have as well. I like giving my students a bucket with all of their supplies. This can be a little bit dangerous walking across the room to the sinks and such, so moving it in our bucket is useful. I also provide a calculator, and I take the directions that you're seeing here and I give them it in a plastic coated paper. We're lucky enough to have sinks in our classroom, so we don't need to have the empty and full beakers here for rinsing. I just give each team a sink to use. And what's nice about having this little marker is that as they're moving through step by step, I encourage them to kind of mark off which steps they are on. Sometimes with students that might need a little help taking turns, it could be useful to put student initials next to each step so they know which step they're going to be doing. One other thing I wanted to mention, I set up the water ahead of time and I found to truly make the rainbow, you really want to have your red water rather pinkish light color, because if it's too dark, when you reach the purple step, it turns into more of a brown than a violet color. So a light pink on there. Hope this helps. One other addition I forgot to mention, in the report, I give them a clipboard and I give this report on paper. It's a wet lab, so I try to keep the devices put away. And this question here, how many milliliters of liquid were in each test tube at the start of the lab? Well, technically at the start, there's nothing. So I've changed that, how many milliliters of liquid were in each test tube at the start of part 2. So I just add that in on their paper copy.